A man was driving home after attending a lively party when he suddenly found himself being pulled over by a police officer. He checked his rearview mirror and noticed the officer walking towards his vehicle. As the officer approached the driver's side window, he couldn't help but notice a large collection of knives in the back seat. With a stern expression, the officer asked, "Sir, do you have a legitimate reason for possessing all those large knives?" Grinning, the driver confidently replied, "Yes, I do. You see, I'm a professional juggler." The officer raised an eyebrow, clearly skeptical of the man's claim. Sensing the officer's doubt, the driver said, "Officer, if you'll allow me, I'd be more than happy to give you a demonstration right here and now." Cautiously, the officer stepped back and said, "All right, but this better be the truth." In no time, the man was out of his car, standing by the side of the road, expertly tossing the knives high into the air, a mesmerizing display. As this spectacle unfolded, two elderly men happened to drive by and both couldn't help but stare in astonishment. One of the men turned to the other and exclaimed, "I'm sure glad I gave up drinking a while back." The other man nodded in agreement and said, "You're right. These sobriety tests are getting more and more ridiculous every day."
Two friends smoked weed. One went behind a tree, removed all his clothes, and came back to his friend naked. He stood in front of his friend and asked, "How do I look in my new suit?" The friend looked at him, smiled, took another puff, and said, "You look so amazing in the suit, but you put your tie below the waist instead of putting it on the neck."
Desperate, a man goes to a psychologist. "Doctor, I have a serious problem. I was sleeping and I felt that there was someone under my bed. So, I went under it and had a sensation that there was someone on the bed. Then I went on again and felt there was someone under it again." "I've got it," says the doctor. "Your problem is really serious. You'll have to undergo a treatment. You'll come here 3 times a week for 4 years, and each session will cost you $100. Damn, I don't think I can pay for that. I'll think about it and I'll call you 1 week later." The patient calls the doctor. "Good morning, doctor, good morning. Will you do your treatment?" "I won't need it anymore. I'm healed." "But how?" "A carpenter solved the problem and it only costed $10. "What? How did he do that?" "It was simple. He picked up his saw and removed the bed's legs."